finished my last, what will be my last hard spar, really. But other than that, everything's gone brilliantly. I can't complain.
How's your recovery at the minute, and what do you do to recover, particularly after hard sparring sessions?
Just chill, really. I mean, this close to a fight, it's just winding down now. So next week will be pretty light. I'll not be doing a great deal, really. Just a lot of drilling. Maybe a few runs, depending on my weight.
How's the weight situation at the minute? Are you close, or have you not started the cut? Or
Yeah, I mean, I start my actual cut. I start water loading, and then my actual cut will be from hot baths, and that I cut from around 72. But I'm on track. I'm probably lighter than I normally am, to be honest.
So, what do you do when it comes to unwinding from MMA when you need to really take your mind off everything and sort of level yourself out again?
So after a fight, just to be honest, I spend time with the family. You know, my missus and my son when I've got him, and then you know I go out. I enjoy myself with my friends. I have a bit of a social life, really. Enjoy food and drinking a bit. And you know, I'm just a normal lad, really, but just got this. I've just got a different job to everyone else where I can't drink for months, and then when I can drink, I like to go out and celebrate and have a good time, really.
So, what are your thoughts with Soren back pulling out of the fight?
I sort of saw it coming. I knew that weight cut would be detrimental to him, and I said it in a few interviews that it's not going to be easy, and he shrugged it off, and I heard in an interview he said he's a wrestler, so it's going to be easy, whatever that fucking means. But yeah, he looked crap under that weight cut. You know, the weight cut didn't do him any favours. I think he thought getting that double belt and coming down to featherweight, and he thought he'd have an advantage, but I think it played in the other. It didn't play in his favour like he thought it would. He struggled, which is fair enough. I could not make bantamweight, you know what I mean? This weekend's my lads, and I ain't going to say, right, listen, I'm going to go down to bantamweight and cut that extra weight, because I couldn't do it. If I did do it and I made the weight, I'd end up looking like Soren back in the fight. It wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah. Do you think after the fight with Burnell, you think about going up to lightweight to finish any business with back, or do you think because he couldn't make it to featherweight, you're done with the situation?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy being the champ. I mean, there isn't a lightweight champ yet, is there? That's on the night. But for me at the minute, I have no plans to go. If the right fight was offered, I'd consider it. But at the minute, I'm happy just fucking demolishing this featherweight division that Cage Warriors have got. You know?
Do you think after Burnell, especially because he's got the UFC record as well, that there'll be a call-up for you waiting at the end?
I'm hoping so. But nothing's guaranteed, is it? You know, I could finish Burnell in the first, and I'm still not forced to get that cut. I'm hoping so. And like you say, he's an ex-UFC vet. So it's, you know, with a win over him, it's like, who else do I fight outside of the UFC that's on that level? You know what I mean? I don't want to. I think anyone else I fight outside the UFC after Burnell is sort of step back, if that makes sense. Not step forward. I mean, he's a tough fight. He's been in the UFC. He's been where I want to be. So I beat him, and then it proves that I deserve to be in the UFC, I believe.
Yeah. Are you holding out for the UFC, or would you go to Bellator or one or another promotion if they offered?
The UFC has always been the dream, since I started fighting. But right now, I defend that belt, and I sort of see what's on the table. I'm not getting any younger, so if the right offer was there, then you never know.
Yeah, because I know you had a fight back in the amateur days with Saul Rogers, who's in Bellator now. Do you think you'd go over there to have a rematch with him on a pro level or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, if the fight was offered, I would fight Saul. But I think if I'm in the Bellators and the UFC, I think UK fighters are not exactly who. I'd rather be fighting the American guys and rather than the UK guys. But if that was to be offered, then maybe I'd consider it. If the UFC offered me a fight against a UK guy, so who knows?
Is there anything you're particularly worried about against Bernal? Because I know he's a European Jiu-Jitsu champion, particularly in the no-gi. Is there anything that you're worried about there, or are you confident you can get it done?
Yeah, I mean, I'm confident. I'm confident that I can beat him everywhere. Obviously, I know he's got a good neck attack, and he's got certain good parts to his game that I know that if I'm there, I'm making the fight hard for myself. If I fight the right fight and the fight that I'm training for, then it's easy work, I believe. But if I put myself into his fight where he's good, when I fought Aiden Lee, everyone was raving on about how good his back game is, and he took my back for 3 minutes and didn't do anything with it. He took my back in the second and couldn't do anything with it. I train for these things, specifically their strengths. I train for his strengths, and I train for what I've got to do. So I'm more than ready to be putting them neck fights with him. But more to the point, I'd rather not be there.
Is there anything that you're doing in particular, or anything new for Bernal?
Not really, no. Nothing new. Everything will be the same. You'll still see the same unorthodox team that you normally get. Some spins and is what you might get. Superman punches. You'll probably see something like that.
So, what's your prediction for the fight? How do you think it's going to end?
I'm going to go second round TKO or KO.
And other than your fight, which fight at 106 are you looking forward to the most?
You know what? I've not really thought about it. I've not thought about it. I've been that concentrated on my own fight. The fight I'm mainly interested in is Adam Adesinger, because he's been training with us. But on the day, I don't really watch many of the fights. I know that there's some good fights on, and probably the week after, I'll go and celebrating. I'll probably catch up with them then, to be fair.
Yeah. But are there any up and coming fighters, like you just said, in your gym or your area that you think we should keep an eye out for in the future?
Yeah, I mean, Adam, you probably all know anyway. But I mean, at Hardy Warhead, you've got a lot of young aspiring amateurs that will hopefully start coming up through the ranks in the next couple of years. When the gyms start to establish itself, I think there'll be a lot of really good fighters coming from.
Is there anyone in the Cage Warriors featherweight division that you feel after Bernal is any sort of threat to you, or any sort of challenge at all?
I mean, they're all a threat, can all get knocked out, right? With that one punch. But honestly, I don't see anyone. I see Steve Aimable. He's the only guy that I can see really that's up there with a title shot. I think I've wiped the rest of the featherweights out, to be honest. McBain lost in the semi-final, and I don't know if he's fought since. So yeah, I mean maybe that Aimable probably pushes to a title shot out of everybody, and like I said, I beat him anyway. I beat. Like I say, I think Mads Burnell's a harder fight than him, and beating Mads, sort of going backwards. I need to go forwards. Maybe get some European guys, or UFC, you know.
Yeah. Particularly with the controversial decision to not give Brendan Loughnane a contract at the Contender Series the other day. If he came to Cage Warriors, would that be a fight you'd be interested in? Or
well, you know, I recently been in training with Brendan, so you know, and I'd like to make that a regular thing. So I wouldn't. It's not a fight that'd interest me.
okay.
Yeah, not really. No.
I'm also well aware that there's still the underlying hostility between Brendan and Paddy Pimblett. So
Yeah.
I'm also not sure whether or not Paddy's going to stay at lightweight or go back down to featherweight. Would that be a fight that would interest you in any way?
Yeah, I mean, I believe Paddy's out for a bit, but Paddy was a champ, right? So if he comes back and he drops down to featherweight, by all means, they said to me, we want Paddy to fight for the belt, then yeah, that's I'd take that fight and give him the chance to fight for it that he once had.
And if you did get the call up to the UFC, who would you want to debut against?
I mean, Carney. He beat Fishgold last, you know, a lot of hype about him, a lot of holes in his game that I'd kind of that personally for me would be a brilliant fight. Get my first win in the UFC.
Okay. And really, finally, is there anything that you have to say to Mads Burnell at the minute?
No, not really. Fuck all, really. He's just another guy in front of me, and in front of what I want. You know, so this time to go in there and kick his head in and such. You know, and that is it. It's a sport. They're fighting, so you know. I hope he comes into the fight 100%.